Hey, good evening. It's Friday night. This is Kathy Beatty with Divorce Support Anonymous. I'm glad that you joined me. It is a windy, cold night here in February in Michigan, and I can hear the wind out there howling and the wind chimes blowing. But thankfully, I'm in a nice warm house, and so I can come to you comfortable, and hopefully, this night finds you comfortable as well. Couple of announcements, of course. So first of all, let's ask questions, let's have conversation, make a comment, text, or even give me a call if you have a situation to discuss. February 24th, 2022, I will be holding a webinar, Should I Get a Divorce? And this is a question that many people are pondering and don't know where to go to get an answer. I, of course, cannot provide you an answer. Only you can answer that question. But I'm going to give you some considerations and also some things to think about as you consider going through a divorce. And let's see. Good news, support groups. April 19th is in person, Grand Rapids, Michigan. April 20th online, anywhere in the world. So if you're interested, please let me know. Make that investment in yourself to get the healing started so you can move forward from this divorce and don't stay stuck with all the crud that it brings. So the question tonight was, what is your tiger, taming the tiger inside? Interesting. I found this really cool photo and I made it into a post. And then I realized after I posted it in LinkedIn and Facebook group that it wasn't actually a tiger, it's a lion. But that's okay. The concept is the same. The concept of what is a tiger? What is that thing that's wild and really making you fearful and intimidated about life and choice? And so we want to discuss that tonight. What is your tiger? What is it inside of you that is robbing your peace, that is making you distraught, that is giving you confusion, that is robbing your peace? Because what is stealing your peace? Because peace is priceless. And many of you, having gone through this divorce and this limbo in between, know exactly what I'm talking about and how this feeling of the unknown and the fear and the confusion and the pain and the humiliation and the betrayal and the unkind words that are being said, all of that is destroying and stealing our peace. So I narrowed it down to just a few things in which can be stealing our peace. And I'd love to hear if you have any comments or thoughts of those things which are stealing your peace. My phone's not turned off. I'll make sure that's turned off. Number one, trying to control what other people do. We can turn ourselves into a pretzel and destroy our own peace and have that tiger of control within us as we try to control or think we can control what other people will do, such as our former spouse, such as the community, such as his friends, your friends, her friends, whoever. We think you can control, and we spend a lot of energy in doing that. How do we do that? In some ways, we try to fill in all of the stories so people know all the details. We don't need to do it. Don't need to do it. Restore your peace. And don't feel like you have to explain yourself. What the truth that needs to come out is going to come out. Don't spend your energy doing that. So don't try to control what other people do or think, for that matter. You can't. Conserve your energy for yourself and for your children as you go through divorce. Number two, trying to please everyone else, trying to meet people's expectations. That is going to get us into a whole lot of trouble. In fact, I did a fantastic, if I do say so myself, interview today with Beth Bolthouse. on this very topic on boundaries and trying to please other people and how important it is for boundaries. So I hope that you'll have a chance to listen to that interview. Also, this week, I did an interview with Dr. Ken Gordon, a phenomenal pastor and teacher, trainer, and had a lot of incredible things to say. So if you've got some time and you don't have to stare at it, you don't have to watch it, just turn it on while you're doing something else in the house or in the car, because these folks really have some incredible things to say. Dr. Ken Gordon wrote the book Divorced but Still Dad, and gives wonderful guidelines that is helpful for fathers, but also for mothers. And then Beth Bolthouse, as I stated, she talked about pleasing other people, boundaries. Half an hour time that's really well worth your time. So please check it out. It's worth every minute of it. The information that's going to help you begin to find that peace again. Because we need those boundaries, we need that knowledge, we need that support, so we can restore peace within our minds, and we can stop letting that tiger of destruction play games with us or bat us around like a mouse or something. So trying to please everyone is certainly one of those. Also, taking on too much at once. As I work with my groups and my individuals, I tell them, don't look too far down the road. It will paralyze you. You need to take a step at a time. Simplify your life, simplify your thought process, and stop looking down the road and trying to take care of 10,000 things. You can't do it. You will paralyze, you will shut down, you will break down. You're taking on too much at once. Take on what you need for the next hour, the next day, and let the rest wait. Also, by not having healthy boundaries for ourselves and in other relationships, when we don't have those healthy boundaries, we are not going to have peace. We're not. That tiger is going to continue to bat us around and control us and steal the peace, which we so desperately need. So have those boundaries. If you don't have boundaries, you need help with boundaries. There's so many materials. There are so many materials out there. Dr. Henry Cloud, Dr. John Townsend wrote the book Boundaries. If you have not read that, it's worth every penny. It's one I recommend in every group that I hold, that we learned healthy boundaries. Next, not being in control of your finances and life. Now, I know going through divorce, it's nearly impossible to be in control because you don't know what you have. You are literally going day to day and robbing Peter to pay Paul to make the finances work. So as best you can, get a handle on your finances, even if it's temporary right now in this limbo as you're going through divorce. Get in control of your finances. Find a method that works for you, because if you cannot control your finances, you cannot control your life. So other ways in which we can have our peace stolen is being our own worst critic and not having self-compassion for ourselves. We can become our own tiger. And that's exactly what it is if you saw that, oh, I'm having internet problems because of the storm. Hopefully the lights won't go out. So if you are not having self-compassion upon yourself, you're your own worst enemy and your own worst critic. You have got to have compassion and realize you are going through a trauma right now, a huge life adjustment transition. Do not be critical of yourself. Be compassionate to yourself. Oh, we talk about that so much when we are in group and I'm coaching with people. We are so hard on ourselves. So those are just some of the ways in which we steal our own peace, things that we can control. We can control all of those things. We can control not controlling other people. We can say, I can't help it what other people do. I'm not in control of what other people do. We also can stop trying to please everyone, saving our energy for ourselves and for our children right now. We also can stop taking on everything and too much at once. Don't try to climb mountains, manage the speed bumps right now. Not having healthy boundaries, learn to say no, stop pleasing everyone, get a handle on your finances so you can feel empowered, you can feel in control, even if those finances are small. Being in control is going to feel like you have some control. And please, please stop being critical of yourself. Realize what you are going through, this very difficult transition. Be kind to yourself. And then look at the big picture. You think this is going to last forever and this is a permanent way that your life is going to be. It is not. This is a transition. It is not a destination. I love this verse. So we don't look at the troubles we can see now. Rather, we put our gaze on things that we cannot see. That's faith and hope and a future and God's love for us and his value of us and his statement that he doesn't condemn us when we are in Christ. For the things we see now will soon be gone, but the things we cannot see will last forever. I hope that's encouraging to be able to look at a future and a hope and seeing these troubles as temporary and those things that will pass away. But what's eternal is our heart and our spirit and how we treat others and how we love God and how we love each other. And yes, you can love people from a distance. Doesn't mean they get access to you. I hope those thoughts are of help. I hope that as you consider all of those 6 points, that it will bring some peace back to a life that's probably in turmoil as you go through divorce. This is Kathy Beatty with Divorce Support Anonymous, walking with you every step of the way through the trauma of divorce. Good evening.